You said you were starting at 2. I'm leaving.
Now, what I don't know is if I have audio coming from there.
It takes a minute sometimes, but
That is HDMI 1.
It says it's live there.
Yep, says you're live now.
Okay.
Okay. There's HDMI 1. Good turn.
Okay. I got all the ad.
in. Let's make sure we have some sound. Say something, Jamie.
Turtle dove, turtle dove.
Turtle dove is in action. There we go. We have turtle dove. Hey, everybody. We are trying this from a remote location. Let me go ahead and pull off our screen here in 2, 1.
It might be.
It's probably delayed just a little bit. Mateo is checking us out here and make sure we have audio. Mislav, Max, anybody online, go ahead and pop in chat. Let us know how the sound is. We are, again, out of our element here a little bit. Oh, we have sound. Thank you, Max. Max says we have sound.
All right.
So let me go ahead and get some video up here. So to do that, I am on a YOLO box, and Jamie is hovering over my shoulder saying, what is he doing? He knows not what he's doing.
I can't work that thing.
There we go. Hey, everybody. We have audio and video now. Everybody, this is my buddy Jamie over at Jamie's Hack Shack, which, as you all know, is just a couple of houses down. I mention him all the time. And a couple of weeks ago, we both put out some videos for Vintage Computer Festival Midwest.
Yep.
Hopefully you had a chance to go over and see that. Let me, there's one thing I'm trying to do, and again, it's me trying to get used to all of this. Let me get rid of our chat right there. And then I have you ready for this? I have a cool lower third for us. And I bet we're on the wrong side. Oh,
No,
we're actually on the right side. Check it out. We are on the right side.
Right on.
So that's pretty cool. And let me go over here and pull up our chat over here as well so that I can see what's going on. And let's just do that here. There we go. So what we're going to do today is we are going to see if we can take this device right here, which is a Creality Ender 3. Now, you just recently purchased one of these.
Yeah, I picked up one at a yard sale. Ender 3 Pro. I'm not sure what the difference is between an Ender 3 and an Ender 3 Pro.
Well, we have somebody here who can help us. Mateo, come over here a minute. Mateo is he's the maintenance guy on Discord. He is with our Makerspace here. What's the difference between the Ender 3 and the Ender 3 Pro?
I don't know either.
Excellent.
All
So
right.
our maintenance guy has no idea either. So that's perfect.
I do know that it's got, I believe the setup is a little nicer, and it supports, better setup. The bed leveling's better, I believe.
Okay.
So that's all I've got.
So I'm going to assume that when we upgrade with this, which is a new touch screen and a new board, and we're also going to add an auto leveling kit. I assume we just call that Pro. What do you think?
Sure.
We'll take this 3 to a Pro, Mateo, just because we've upgraded it. That's what we'll say at this point. So guys, the music is the same volume as your voices. That's because I never turned it off. So let me go ahead and turn that off. Thank you for that. It is now not anymore. So there we go. See, this is why I should have taken that offline. So what about now, Mislav? Is that better? Send us a chat. Yeah, so Mislav is keeping us straight. Mislav is one of my channel's executive producers, so he is always keeping us straight. So appreciate that, sir. Thank you. So what we'll do is we've got a couple of cameras set up. We've got this view over here where we'll take some things out of a box. We've got this Ender 3 that is mine for my basement, and then we actually have, I don't want that on there, but we also have the computer set up if we do need to come over here. And I'm seeing some blue over here on this. This is weird. What is that about, you think? Oh, that's the highlight.
It's highlighted.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're good. And we're just going to go from there. Let's go back to here real quickly. And before we get started, Jamie,
Yep.
Any advice for us?
No, I haven't.
I know, me either.
I don't know what that is.
Did you do any research for this?
Well, I was wondering about that. I was like, do we have to upgrade the firmware, or does the new board have the touch stuff in it? Because I know, like with my more homemade approach to A8 stuff, that it was a whole deal. So I didn't know how plug and play this would be with the touch, or if you had to do some other firmware stuff to make it work with that.
And this is why I brought Jamie, because he knows more about this stuff than I. The hardware stuff I'm probably fine with, but the rest of it probably not. So we'll find that out, I guess, as we go. And again, what we'll do is we're just going to open up these boxes and see what's inside. I guess I should say real quickly, we are at the Makerspace in Columbus, Indiana. I'm going to take off the tracking here. We are in the 3D printing lab. So you can see we have some 3D printers. Well, you can't see because it's not, hey, here we go. How about that? There you go. We have some 3D printers over here. We have one back here. So the camera's following us. And then we have a couple of things back here.
Check out that resin
It
printer.
lost you.
It lost me, so I've got to catch up. Come back
It is
over
on a
here.
3D printer though, so.
Come back. Oh, there, come back. Oh, here we got this camera that's supposed to follow me. There we go. Won't move quite as fast. There we go. Come back here. Come on, come on, come on. And the nice thing is we have wireless mics, so you shouldn't be hearing a difference in quality. But we also have a 3D printer area back here, which is pretty sweet. So we've got a really nice area.
We actually have a resin print that is ready to come off the print bed if you want to bring that out for demonstration.
Which one is that? Is that?
That's the orange one.
Oh, this one. Yes. Is it picking it up? Let's see. Right there? Yeah, there you go. All right. So nice Formlabs resin printer, which is really cool.
And
oh, nice. Let's take that up to the
Bring
camera.
that and show.
yeah, let's do this on this camera.
Yeah, let's do that on that one right there. And look, it's still following me. Check that out. That camera is really nice. So right here you can see a resin, which is really nice to have, and especially in a makerspace to have that kind of, be able to do that kind of quality.
I'm going to pull this off later today.
That's excellent. Perfect. Great. Thank you. Very neat. All right. So now I need to go back to here. So again, this is the Makerspace in Columbus, Indiana. It is at the Air Park campus, Air Park Columbus campus. If you need to see it, it's up at the airport. So if anybody locally watches this, I know you're not now because I can see how many people are watching, but if you watch this live stream later, because you have interest in the Makerspace, stop by, see Mateo, see any of us that are hanging around. We'll tell you how to get situated, get set up, get your membership. And I just dropped off a new computer, as a matter of fact. So Mateo's going to set that up so that you can come in and register right when you walk in the door, right?
Yep.
So we've got that going on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me get this thing back here and lock it into place. And then we should have our screen back. Okay, Jamie, what do you think? You think we open the box first and then dig in?
Sure.
Go from there? All right,
Go
here we
for
go. We'll come over here. And I assume we need to do the board before we do the bed leveling kit. I would say we may not even get to that. We are on a, we're not going to be here until we get done. What do we think? A couple hours at the most?
Yeah, we'll see.
Probably. All right. So we'll see how it
I'm
goes.
mostly just interested in what boards you have because I need to upgrade the main boards on our 3D printers.
So there you go. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we have inside here. All right. We've got one of these, which we know what that's going to go to eventually. Here is our touchscreen operating instructions. That's not really, I mean, operating instructions is fine, but we really need something that shows us how to install it. So I am going to pass this on behind me to my good buddy in the back here and let him see if he can make heads or tails from that. We also have our applicable model. So we are the Ender 3, so we're good to go. Now here's the motherboard user manual. It looks like we do have some QR codes here, Jamie, so that might be something we need later.
Okay.
We have inside some nuts and bolts. Here are the nuts. Oh, these are the standard 3D printer rail nuts and bolts that we've seen.
T-slot.
What are they called?
T-slot.
T-slot, thank you. There we go. This is our first layer 3D printing tech support. Boy, we'll probably need that later. I'm guessing that's going to be it. And then it looks like we do get a cooling fan with this kit as well, right here. There's actually a lot in here. You think you're just getting a kind of a board, but we're getting quite a bit. We also have the board itself, which this looks a lot smaller. Mateo, is this smaller than what's traditionally in a board?
No,
or inside?
that is standard size, I believe. And if we take it out, it should tell us what version. It is 4.2.7, which I believe comes default with touch sensor. I'm not sure about with the firmware for the touch sensor on it.
Okay. I would hope since it came with the touch sensor, maybe the
Oh, was it
firmware.
all together?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
I meant the CR touch sensor.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, the CR touch. Yes, yeah, the bed level.
Right, yeah, not
Yeah,
the screen.
so
right.
Okay.
ours are actually Ender 3 V2s, and they come with this board.
scroll.
This is the scroll,
The
not
roll-in.
the touch.
So what he is referring to right here is that one right there, and I'm moving the camera around so you're gonna
That's
get
the one.
sick. And then it has a little roll knob on it. So we'll go back to here. Now here's the touch screen that. Now I will say I got all this on Amazon during Amazon Prime Day. Got a really good deal. This stuff was about 30% off normal. So I will of course get all of the links and everything to all this in the video description below, so you can see that.
Ready for fingerprints.
Look at that. Yeah, we're ready to put some fingerprints on that bad boy, aren't we? Look at that. You got your connection on the back. So this is pretty standard. Once we get the board in, we're going to screw that onto the over here, and that will go on and replace this one right here, which is a roll screen right here. So should just be a direct replacement eventually once we get, well, that is a much nicer look, isn't it? And I will say, does yours have this?
Yes, mine's just like that. I think that's gonna be more vertical though, right?
Is this?
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Oh
that.
yeah, it's gonna be
So,
like
yeah,
that. No, you're right. Yep,
it's
yep.
like that,
It's gonna
yeah.
be like that. Good catch. Yep, it will be. And then I can't stand this thing. I don't know about you. This just drives me bonkers. So especially trying to control it and trying to go to your X
There's
and
a
your
reason
Y.
I have OctoPrint
So-
running on most of
Yeah.
ours.
Yeah, and I did bring my OctoPrint in, which has a touchscreen. This is what I've been using for my touchscreen. Unfortunately, this is resistive touch and not capacitive touch.
So you have to.
So you really have to press it. There's a pin around here somewhere. So, all right. So now what Jamie and I have to do, and Mateo has to go to. He's leaving here in a few minutes. But while we have him, we'll probably pull him. Is we have to decide what we're going to do first. And it seems to me like we've got to get that board in first. So do we need to pull out the old board and start looking at that first, or should we actually go online and see if there's some instructions?
Oh, that would be. Why would you do that?
Why would we do that? I don't know, but it sounds like fun.
You could see.
Stuck, don't waste time with Amazon customer support. It says go to first layer directly for the tech support you need. So here we go. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to, wow, they're sending me to a Facebook page.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't want to go to a Facebook page. Let me go ahead and,
Is that the resellers page? For the
probably so.
Okay, all right.
Let me go ahead and show people what we're doing here. All right. We're going to try this. We're going to try first layer, Creality, Ender 3 upgrade. How about that? See if we get anything. Authentic first layer dual. Best Ender 3. Huh, wonder if that'll have something. Well, at least it's our printer. Now, see, this is where I should have done some homework beforehand.
I have changed out the main boards on these before.
So, you think we should just do that?
Does it just
It
sit
just
here?
seems like that's going to be, yeah, it just sits in there.
Yeah, it is upside down mounted and it is annoying to get out, but it works.
Well, let's just dig in. I mean, there's no sense reading instructions, right? Okay, so do we need to put, let's see, I'm trying to remember. I actually put this thing together. And if I remember, we have to, I think we can take this, let's rotate it this way and see what we have. Mateo, you let us know if, yeah, so we've got to get this off, this whole unit off right here, right? And then hopefully not mess up anything there. Okay, so let's see, we've got a camera over here that can watch all the mistakes as they occur live. That's always good.
This means they know where they can tell you where the screws went.
Yeah.
So I do have the precision screwdriver here. If I have the right bit, that could be really handy. We'll get this a lot faster. What size do you think we're going to need there? Let's see. There's probably this one over here.
Allen 2.5 maybe?
Sounds like that.
Nope, just a little big. Let's try this one. That's too small. Don't tell me I don't have the right one.
Goldilocks problem there.
Allen
think?
1.5 I'm going to say. I don't know about for that one, but.
Yes, that's not right. So let me see if I can just use, where's the tool tray? Oh, you got it.
Oh, yeah, there's this one. Yeah.
Which one was it? Was it?
Oh, I didn't try those.
That's too big. I'm sure that's too big. There you go. That's one for that
It's a
one, right?
small one.
All right. And then it's probably gonna be that next one. The last one will be the one that we need, I'm sure, right? We need something to put screws in before we lose them.
Do you not have a?
Got a little bag right there. I think that'd be good. I evidently really wanted that
Yeah,
screwed on there, didn't I?
torqued it down.
Torque that one down.
Oh, you're
There we
tightening
go.
it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no, yeah.
Then break this one off too. ahead and see what's happening. It's still, oh, they're about the fan, not a big fan. Oh, nice, Ms. Love. Yeah, so I'm not able to check chat as frequently as I do in some of my other live streams. So, hey, Igor K is here. Hey, Igor K, good to see you. I can do that here. Let's get him on there. There we go. Good to have you there. Got some of the standards on here today joining us. All right, so now.
Pull out at that point?
Oh, there's one more back here on the bed, so I'm going to have to push the bed back and get that one. So I'm going to try and keep everything in the view of the camera if we can. I wonder if we can. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit more. Oh goodness, look, I got to get that one right under there. Let me see if I can. There we go. So here's that screw right here. That's a small one, isn't it? I have to say, if people are actually watching us, they're probably bored out of their gourd. There's nothing else going on in their lives.
They're just hoping you're going to talk about the Mega 65 at some point. Probably.
I'm not talking about the Mega 65, guys. So if you hear about the Mega 65, it's going to be next week. I'm still thinking about doing that. Here's what I thought for the Halloween live stream.
Yeah.
So let me know what you think. Thinking about the 10, 5, 10 spookiest Commodore 64 games.
Yeah.
Maybe demo.
Right.
And we see if they run on the Mega 65.
There you go.
I don't know. I'm still thinking through it. So if you guys have ideas, let me know. Max, Mislav, Igor. Igor seems like that'd be he would have some recommendations for us. Okay, so.
On its side, maybe.
Is there another one on the side?
It'll come out and then it'll just
Flop out?
Yeah. Otherwise, the cables are an awful.
It's like a hook on something.
Pull towards the front.
Yeah, there's another little cable over here too. What's going on? I can see the board, so that's a positive. What's that connected to, Jamie? What do you think?
Which?
Oh, you know what?
Is it getting?
There is a wire here.
The Z-axis end stop.
Yeah, but it's still feels like there's something right here.
There's the ribbon cable.
There's a ribbon cable here. What is it? Does it connect from the side?
It's got a little holder in there. Is that keeping it from going forward?
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
Like a little insert there.
What do you think?
Maybe so. Yeah.
How do we
tip it up a little bit so people can see?
There it is.
That holder.
That is one of my 3D printed ones too.
Yes.
Yep. So let me.
So it's not in the instructions to remove
This is
it.
this is not a standard piece of equipment. I printed those. All right. So now, let me see if I can get this one off, so that we get some flexibility. You know, I think we probably want to take this off. I'll let you.
About this tiniest one.
Yeah, let's get that fan. This was actually another printed piece I made. This was not standard.
Now what is that like a?
That's a fan duct to keep your fan covered, but to exhaust the air out.
So it's not cooling down your print bed.
So it's not, yeah.
So is it just blowing straight up usually?
Yep.
Pay attention.
Yep, normally.
Gotcha. I saw one I thought for this one that was like supposed to help with noise, but maybe that's for the print head one or something. I don't.
It's also supposed to. I think they said keep particles from getting in there and that kind of thing too.
Yeah, it might be a suction fan. I don't know.
There
if
we
it's a
go.
blower fan or a
All
suction
right,
fan.
now that's the fan. I wonder, do we really need to replace the fan? They're wanting us to.
Does it run that much hotter, or what's the difference in the specs?
Maybe check the RPM and the
Yeah.
CFM and see if it's greater.
Took that for us. Thank
Yep.
you. All
I
right,
will say that we
so
could use that fan over here.
you have a need for that fan. Okay,
Yes.
so let's see if we can. There we go. So that's going to get kind of tricky to see everything. Let's bring this guy over here too. We can, so.
Oh yeah, and then switch
Yeah, and
That'll
we'll
be a
switch
lot
to this
better. I'll switch to
one. And we are, this is what we're working on right here. We're going to try and get this board out here
Might have
and
hit the power button there.
replace with this one right here. So that's what we're working on, guys. Okay, so Xander's with us. Hey, Xander. Will that be a 3D printer? Well, it is a 3D printer, Xander. We're not sure if it will be afterwards, but that's the goal. We're still working on that. So let me go. Yeah, is that tracking right now?
it's not.
Let me go ahead and turn the tracking on back on our, there we go. So for our, there we go. So we have that going on our person. So we want to take this board here and replace this one. Again, I had the, we're not going to, I don't think I want to fool with these. I can come back in here now that I know kind of how to get in here. But
Guys, it's spinning,
it
but
looks like
showing
it's
it.
just a 1-for-1 swap on the cables. Is that what you're seeing?
Should be.
I mean, these are for the motors. Everything else. So this is connected. How is this connected? We got some screws here. I wish we could get this moved out a little bit. If I disconnect this,
X, Y, Z, and E in that order.
X, Y, Z, and E, perfect. So it looks like it is a 1-for-1 swap. So why don't we go ahead and see if we can get these. Wrong one. Wait, don't tell me that's
K-fan 1,
different.
K-fan 2,
There we go.
X, Y, Z, TBTH on the bottom.
Building things is always nice, is what Xander says. He's it is until it's not, right? Oh gosh, that's not wanting to come out. Wow. So this is factory, so they
Right.
really crank this thing down. Let's see if this was the right one, wasn't it?
You probably can't get the long side in there to get the leverage on there.
Yeah, I don't think I can. First off, it's this one right here.
Thank you.
See ya, Mateo. Thanks for helping us. Oh, I got it. I broke it. Okay, good.
What's that?
That's a good idea, getting a chair. That would
Well,
actually-
you want me to
No, that's all right. I think I'm going to have to get up a couple of times here anyway, so let's see.
I see Xander was talking about number of the connectors. The nice thing about the I think the ender, it's got little X, Y, and Z on these little tags, which is kind
Yeah.
of cool. If these are marked, I don't know if these. Yeah. And so then you got
Get that out of the way
you
for us.
see the X, Y, and Z there. So there should be these little tags that are on those cables. Hopefully, will save us that step. I hope.
Remember the white connectors with 1, 2,
just so
3.
you
Yeah,
can
oh, I
keep
see.
track.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always a good
It's a
suggestion.
good suggestion only. I didn't bring anything marked with, did you?
No. But I mean, luckily, I think those cables have those little yellow or whatever color that is.
Oh, they
those-
do,
Yeah.
yes,
And then
yeah.
this is marked on the board.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's what you were saying earlier. Right there, you can see that barely.
Is this X, Y, Z? Okay.
Getting lucky there. That's actually, I didn't even magnetize it, but it seems to be. That might be,
And there's one in the middle too, right by that capacitor.
is there?
Yeah.
Great.
See right there.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to make this easy, are they?
No. And that ribbon cable looks like it's got hot glue on the side there too.
It does. So what are you going to do with your 3D printer? You've started upgrading it, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I've got a touch. Or not. Well, I've got
So
a.
I got some-
It's not a touch, but I've got an auto level sensor. I'm gonna set up for my first one and the second one. I'm not sure. I may not end up keeping the ender. I don't know. But
Oh, you're thinking about getting
Either-
rid of it, or?
I don't know. Or if I can,
I know a
I
good
know some-
makerspace will take it if
yeah,
you
I
want.
might say that, or if I know a kid that's trying to get into
Oh, there
it
you go. Yeah,
or
yeah.
something, maybe.
Okay, I think, yep, there's one more somewhere else. Wouldn't you
Oh
know
my
it?
gosh. Let's see.
Oh, no, wait, it's free.
Is
So
it?
it's just the cables holding it. Okay. So I think now at this point, what do you think? 1-for-1 cable?
I guess so, if you can make that happen.
I don't know if we can make that happen. This is really tight in here,
Yep.
isn't it? Yeah. Didn't you have an electronic screwdriver with different bits? I did, Xander, and I couldn't find, just quickly, I could not find the Allen to fit it. So that's why we're using the manual. But I did bring, I can show you what he's talking about. So here's the case for it right here. Yeah, it's really, that's pretty stylish, isn't it? See, I even have the logo. See, even branded. So how about that? All right, so I don't know. Oh, what if we, yeah, that is, you're right, that's hot glued in there, that one, isn't it?
I mean, if we pulled these two, if you pop these out, then you have more room to work with
What
that
do you
out.
think we ought to just take it off of here?
Well, yeah, if you can get, yeah, that way,
How
because
does- is that-
you know where that one goes. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
pretty-
there's only one spot that can go, right?
Right, so that wouldn't be that bad.
But how's that come off there?
Might just pull straight out unless it's got glue holding it down.
Oh, sure. Oh, there it is. Got it. There we go. All right, I'm going to tuck that under here. And there we go. Now that
So you
gives us
might
some
could-
leverage.
You might could pull it out from under the bottom. You know, go behind there if you wanted a lot of
Yep,
slack.
I see what you're saying.
Maybe pull that. Let's see. That may give you more room to work.
Oh, beautiful. And there we go.
Now we may never get it back in there, but
We're never going to get back in. No, we will. I have confidence in us. We can do this. If I can get these cables from the camera out of the way. There we go. All right, so here's what we're working on. Let me go ahead and move this out. I think, it's probably going to be more difficult doing that touch than I think it is anything else.
You know what I'm thinking too? That we may need to
I think we have,
possibly look, because there may be like a place where you have to hook to that board.
Yeah, I
with
think
that
you're- I think
before
you're
we button
right.
it up completely,
so on this other board, which is right here,
Because I think mine like went in between
it goes up,
Z
yeah,
or something.
it's probably going on, oh, it goes on one of these?
I thought like it
between
went in
one of those?
between or
No.
something. I don't know.
Well,
Let me see.
let's go ahead and open it up here real quick. You don't happen to have your,
Yeah.
I could count on you,
Oh, well, unless somebody wants to see my gross hands here. I'll cut myself on stream, see if that.
all right, there we go. So here we go. Oh, see, we've got some parts. Now this, we're lucky. We actually have the install manual on this, so that's good. I'll hand
Let's
that to
see.
Jamie. And inside here, we've got all the parts and pieces we need. Here's the touch right here. You can see that. This is the brackets that we need on there. And then inside here somewhere, there
Okay.
is a jumper, right?
So yeah, or we this either goes in place of or does something, with a Z end stop switch. Yeah.
Okay, let me put this
Remember
over
to
here.
pull out the Z end stop switch for auto. Otherwise, it won't work.
Here's the cable.
So it's got multiple brackets. We'll only use one depending on our application there.
Oh, okay. All right. And here's all the accessories we have inside.
For the actual thing there. Yep. So it takes the place of your Z stop.
Oh,
See,
it takes the place of.
And that was what
so
this
that's,
was,
so
right?
This is going to go. Oh, this one. Yes,
because that's your
yes.
Z. That's your motor. The big ones with the thing. Yeah,
so where was that?
it was just on this.
That's
switch
this one right here, right?
Yep.
So we're actually going to replace a connection. It's not going to be this. It's going to be that to the BL.
No, the BL it'll connect into place on the board.
Gotcha.
This will just be hanging out in
Okay.
case you ever want to hook it back up again, I guess.
All right. So Jamie's got this one. Good. Excellent.
The way I understand it, anyway.
Well, we'll find out when we get in there.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start swapping out this board right now. Let me just check on everybody in chat quickly here. Let me hey, follow along here.
Is it
would you?
all up to caught up, I guess?
There we go. Yeah, so I think we're all caught up on chat. And let me, over here on the computer, while Jamie takes a quick look at that, just see what our stats are. Oh, there's a few people have joined us. But you're right, I think people came on expecting mega, and that's not what they got. So they're out. All right, which is fine. This is, again, we were just doing this to try something out and also to help promote the Makerspace, because I know some folks locally are wanting some of this content.
Oh yeah.
To share. So
A lot of this is the software for the Z offset stuff, which is going to be like that's probably where I gave up on mine. But the physical we can get done, I know for sure. So.
all right, so we'll do that, and I can always work on that later,
All
right?
right.
All right, so we'll go ahead. You want to try a? Gosh, this cable just keeps getting in the way, doesn't it? Go ahead and put it back behind
There
here,
you go.
and do a 1-for-1. You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we're going to take. Oh, look at this! They're glued.
Wow.
They did not want us replacing this board.
Well, probably just so they didn't want to deal with people
Calling
bumping
in
and
and-
yeah.
Yeah, so warranty. We are avoiding the warranty on this 4-year-old Creality under 3.
man.
I think we're gonna be okay. Let's see. I have a
I've
cut.
got a knife, but I don't know if a little razor knife.
I have a little razor knife right here.
better for that.
This is our opportunity to cut fingers.
About to say we're gonna sever an artery live on the internet.
Don't do this, folks, the way I'm doing it. I'm just saying.
as I say, not as I do.
Wow. They definitely put that in there. Put a big chunk of it on there. Holy cow. I almost wish I had a heat gun. It'd probably be better.
Yeah.
All right, there's one.
Yep.
Now this says,
It
does it
should
have a note
say-
on there? Oh, it does. It
Yeah.
says X.
So we know that where
So you
that
can
goes.
see right there, you can't see it, but right there it says X. So we're going to know that that goes in there. So
Mm-hmm.
Xander, we're in good shape. They actually label these for us, which is nice. I'll go ahead and try this one. Again, try not to cut my finger off. Let me see if I can just get them all while I'm
There you
doing
go.
it.
There you go.
If Nikki were watching right now, she'd be saying, "Get your thumb out of the way." I know she would.
Yeah.
She'd probably be right. There we go.
At least you have and then video evidence of why not to do it next time. Maybe.
Why not to do, how not to do something? Well,
Yeah,
that one
there
I
you go.
didn't get deep enough. Well, rats. Wow, that is thick in there. You can tell as you're cutting through it how thick that is. Okay, I think I got that one.
And some folks knock on hot glue, but it actually is decent.
Yeah. I've used hot glue to several applications myself to hold things forever, seems like. Okay, so I got that one. Now the other ones might be, it looks like we've got
Couple of marks there.
marks
'cause
on
those
there.
are
So that's a
in-stops.
Z, so that's your Z stop.
Yep.
But how, okay, so we'll know the difference just because it's, should we take a picture? I think we'll know, right? But
Probably so.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a picture of this, guys, just to make sure that we have,
I mean, they colored. I can't even tell if that's a. Oh well. We got
yeah,
something.
I think we're good to go. All right, so we've got a couple of white ones right here. Oh, now that's tricky. What do we think this is?
Let's see. One of those.
Oh, look,
Oh, you can't. Wow.
Okay, Creality. This is not maker friendly. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see, how do I want to do that?
I guess in their defense, some of these were more for. I'm guessing the folks they didn't think we were going to open them up.
Yeah,
Or maybe not at least at first. I guess.
I mean, you probably were not intended ever just to buy one of these and swap out the board, right? And then all the third-party manufacturers and boards started coming out, and the new firmware. And I think that's what's the beauty of these things, though, is
Yep.
this is well, I guess it's only 3 years old. I said 4 years, but because we have all these upgrades, we're going to add some longevity to it. Please, oh please, don't cut yourself.
As Xander said, if the connectors are good, you don't need glue. Even old PCs and equipment with connections never need glue. That's true.
And that's true.
I guess they were probably a little trying to be better safe than sorry if anything got loose in shipping. Since I guess this part was not part of the kit assembly, right? Was the
Right.
bottom end already together? This
Bottom
is-
end was all already assembled.
so,
Yeah.
So when you bought these, I guess they came a certain percentage
Yeah.
assembled.
I did not put this glue on here. Wow. See, it's just on the sides and everything. Well, your picture-in-picture is getting a nice view of our printing lab right now because that is not wanting to come out of there. I'd just be happy to get one of them out of there right now.
Yeah.
So these aren't connected, right? Let me go ahead and break the. I'm going to cut that wire.
Yeah.
That is not what we want to do. Jamie, you want to take a stab at it?
I'm about to say, I don't have any fingernails. So
No, I
know if
don't
can-
either. So let me see here. What if I feel like I can't really get to it either. So we got to remember these too. So I'm just amazed at how much gook there is in there. free, I think.
I'll get this chair right.
Oh no, oh gosh, that's board. I'm a little worried about that board.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't need it, but as long as the wires are okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. We really need the board. What am I thinking? I'm trying to protect the board. You're right. I'm really not that concerned about the board, am I?
I mean, unless you can get something for it, I guess, to offset the cost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not going to get much out of this board. These are, gosh, I think these old boards, I think they're practically giving those away for free now.
Oh,
Huh. Okay,
Wow.
so now we need,
I guess in the edit you'll have that all snapped away, right?
yeah. So how are we going to remember the difference between these two?
Is there any marking on it at all? And is it a temperature one?
It says VW1, but I think that's just the, what does this say? This does not have, all right, bear with us a minute while we try and figure out.
I'd like to say if there's only two like that, put
There's
a
only
mark on the
two,
first
yeah,
one,
let's-
and then we'll know.
This will be number 1.
We'll know that's the one at the furthest edge, right?
All right, here's number 1, and hopefully we don't knock that off, right?
Yep.
Well, there's 1 down, 4 to go.
Yeah, there you go.
Gee whiz. We're gonna need.
Guess at least here we're close, and the medevacs helicopters here if they can't handle you in
Yeah,
town, right?
That's right.
You slip.
There's definitely a police or a fire department just right next door. So, oh, there we go. Maybe I'm getting better at this. See, it's already rubbed off.
You know, or
Or maybe,
somewhere might not be as likely to. Oh, we could just cut that one. We'll know that one without the end is the first one.
yeah. That'd be something I would say, oh, that's smart. And then later find out, yeah, that wasn't so smart. All right, so I did that one a little differently. So let me see if I can do that same thing on this one. It's basically just trying to get a good,
Getting right through the edge.
yeah, cut across. There we go. And I'm going to see if I can just go. Now I kind of think I know what I'm doing. All right. I'm sure this video will be handy for someone who has to do this, because they'll see the pain we went through.
At least they can prepare, or then ultimately decide not to do it.
Or decide not to do it. Yeah, I think that's probably what's more than likely going to happen, right?
But nah.
Oh no, this is great. This is fun.
Yeah.
This is a good way to spend a Sunday afternoon.
Heck yeah.
Okay, let's take that one off. Oh, there we go. All right, all
Right
right.
on there.
Now we're making progress. We are cooking with gas now. Or I guess as they would say down your neck of the woods, that dog's hunting.
Yep. Sure is.
There we go. All right. Okay, so we have those.
Yep.
Now this one looks like it is
It's
not.
got glue on the other side.
You're kidding.
No, I think it's got a blob
Oh
in it.
my gosh. Why would you blob
I don't know. I mean,
every one of them?
I mean, the connectors are pretty, like you said,
Yeah.
Alexander said, usually those things don't come loose unless they were worried about people messing around and switching them.
Maybe.
So they wanted to make it kind of difficult for somebody just to be playing around. But I mean, you'd have to, I mean, you got to take a few things loose to do that.
So
It's
these
not-
are manufactured in China.
I believe so.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually doing this one's kind of nice because I can see exactly how deep that glue goes. It's way down there. My gosh. It is a thick blob of glue.
So
Oh, come
anybody
on.
still watching? There's a, yeah.
I don't know if anybody's watching or not.
That's some-
Is anybody still with us out there? Let me know if you're still out there. By the way, if you are, good for you.
Sunday glue vision.
Yeah. Hey, how about this? You ready for this pun? They're just glued to their YouTube screens. Yeah,
Oh, that hurt.
That
Oh,
one
wow.
hurt bad. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad the lovely accountant isn't here to hear that one. She would have,
I've been a groan out of that.
that would have been a super groan. As a matter of fact, if she was, she would have tuned out at that point. That is not. Oh, man, this one, it got glued down
Oh no.
into the, so I've got to somehow get it split without. We would have thought that this would have been the longest part.
I guess this goes back into that whole
Oh, look,
research
it's,
thing.
it's coming off the board.
Oh.
I mean, we're not concerned about it, like you said, but I don't know. At
Just
this
yank
point,
it, dude. You should cut the glue off.
that's what I'm kind of thinking, but I'm going to go ahead and preserve it, I guess.
Go get the snips.
Okay.
Still watching with awe and astonishment. Wow. That's
Max, all in astonishment.
landed on thick.
Thanks for
Just
that.
like this glue.
Yeah, the glue jokes will not end today, folks.
Sorry. Thanks, Max.
Max, you're a good man. Keeping us motivated. That's what we need. We need a lot of motivation. Because this one, I'm about to turn it over to Jamie. Oh my goodness, are you seeing this? What am I missing?
Figured kind of like on your other, if you hit that line,
That's what I thought.
down in
It
there.
seems like I've been through that line 8 or 9 times. Look at that. I'm pulling glue out now. Actually, that was part of the, oh shoot.
Uh-oh.
I pulled part of the blasted.
I guess we'll have to borrow something from one of these other printers in here and just, you know,
Don't tell Mateo.
ask for permission. Or forgiveness instead of permission, right?
Yeah. You know what?
Wow. And those pins are just coming up off of them. I mean, it's coming off the pins.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
Those are staying soldered in the board. Unless it's going to bring the pins off the... Wow. Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
So let me see if I can.
I'll start bleeding out now.
Yeah. All right, let me get these glasses off because they do not do really well up front. See what am I dealing with? Yeah, I did. I cut the little connector, so we'll have to glue it back on when we.
Yeah.
Oh my, it is. It's just because they did it on that connector. It got in there.
Jeez Louise.
Do we have a pair of pliers?
Yeah, I've got these on my thing here. I'm going to try. My Leatherman.
See if you can pull that off.
All right, here's the... Somebody's going to get knocked out here, I'm sure.
There you
Hey.
go. All right, good deal. That's why there's two people here, folks.
Yep.
Oof. Hey, where'd the camera go? You're not supposed to be over there. You're supposed to be tracking over here. Come on. Hey, camera. Hey, over here.
Does it change colors when it changes?
When you do this,
Yeah.
if it sees me, it looks like maybe
Oh, there it goes. Now it's blinking.
now it's tracking. There we
It's
go.
taking a break.
Just took, yeah, I guess it went into timeout. Okay. Now, we've got another decision to make because we've got all these cables. Now we've got these are labeled, of course.
Yep.
So now these, how are we going to, I guess, take a picture? Well, but then we've got 2 of the same. At least we can, though. Maybe we'll take a picture of this and then we'll have to mark the 2 red ones.
Oh man, I need my flash in there or not.
There we go. And we need a small screwdriver.
Oh, I could, well, because the reason those are the same is because that's like, I guess that's a heating element, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't
Oh, yeah.
matter.
So it really doesn't matter, does it?
Right.
Yeah. Let me bring up my.
Although one of those should be the bed too, right? One's for the hot end and one's for the bed. Are they both?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Are they? But they still would. Well, that's a good question. I don't know that they would be.
But I mean, if we want to be paranoid, we can put them back where they came from. Put a mark or something in there. Oh, I'm sorry, I had this one right here that was a kit, but but we can use a fancy one.
We'll use a fancy one. I like my fancy screwdriver. Have you noticed that? I like fancy screwdrivers. I don't know what that's about, but I do. All right, well, let's, where's that ink pen?
Right here.
Go ahead and mark it. This one should hold the ink, right?
Xander says, wasn't it easier of the replacement board manufacturer also included replacement cables? But yeah, then you got to like, these cables are all snaked around. We'd have to undo all this wire loom.
I don't know that, did it?
I don't think.
I don't think mine had the whole harness right here. It has some bits and pieces, but it doesn't have the harness, which is like Jamie said, it's already all wired into here. So
I guess the biggest pain is that hot end one. That's the
I think so too.
So bad.
I think we can. The good news is
it's just not the end of the world.
We're almost done with this, getting it apart. Xander, did you let us know? Do you have one of these, Xander, or a 3D printer of any kind? Have you done something similar? All right, so I'm going to pull these out. All right, try and maintain the crushness of the cable. I'm pretty sure that's not a word, crushness, but and positive and negative. Hopefully that is on our new board labeled.
Yeah, it looks like positive is this way.
Yeah.
Does that match your red and black? Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Look what's neat here. I can see right away something that looks to be smart. I see a fuse here. Does the old one have a fuse?
It does not.
So that's kind of nice.
So yeah, let's pull these up here a little bit. You can see the difference here. So this is the old one. This is the new one going in. Also, what I think is interesting, look at this. This actually has the Creality logo on it. Yeah. This one doesn't anywhere, which is kind of interesting. So I wonder if they, for a while, because this is an early one, I wonder if they're just sourcing their boards out, if they just decide to do something. But yeah, you can see some improvements on here. We also are going from a micro USB to a mini USB to a micro USB. Wish that were USB-C. That would have been nice.
Well, we can do that while we're in there if you want.
Yeah, I'd rather not, but thanks, so I appreciate it. All right, so we have to go to the soldering lab for that, and I don't have to tear all of this down to get to the soldering. Hey, come on, camera, catch up. I think it goes to sleep on me. I think that's what happens. Okay, so I think we're ready to put this back together. What do you think? I'm going to grab a chair.
Sure.
Because I think the chair will be good here. All right, let's see. Xander says, no, never done it. I don't have a 3D printer, but I like technical things. Well, you are in the right spot for technical things, my friend. So good for you. All right, so what we'll do now is we're going to try and connect this spaghetti cable mess back up to this. So that
I don't know if we even need this.
We may not even need that, right?
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be better to go the way that we came off, right? Just kind of start back here, and man, look how tight this is.
Last out, first in.
Golly. All right.
Are those loosened already to be?
You know what? Probably because we took them out, they probably need to be. Oh, that's right. Because
this
is the different board. Thank you,
yeah.
Jamie. I appreciate that. Yes, it is. Got my back. I'm just going to loosen them all since I think that'd be the most efficient use of our time here. That's interesting. This is kind of loose on here.
So how long have you had this stuff? You had it for a while? Was this most recent Prime Day or before?
This most recent Prime Day, I purchased all this. So it's 2 months old, 3 months old.
Okay,
now.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, no, not the most recent. The most recent one was
they had that
Prime
yeah,
access days or whatever. This would have been back in March, April.
Okay.
That one. They've just been sitting there. So technically they're out of warranty at this point. So if we don't get it working, I am done.
It's all good.
So I won't have a 3D printer for a while. I actually thought about buying a new 3D printer, and I just thought, no, I want to do this instead. I don't use it enough to purchase another one.
And the cool thing about Propeller is that there's a ton in here to use for folks that want to 3D print, that don't want to have one at home.
And that's what you call a Propeller promo. Hey, a Propeller promo. I like it. That was these, right?
Yes. Okay. The big one. That's your main.
That's our main power going in.
Hit from the power supply right there.
Yeesh, it's not plugged in, right? We didn't plug.
Yeah, right.
Mateo didn't think to plug it in before he left, did he?
It would have probably been arcing a little bit by now.
Yeah, or I would have been arcing a little bit by now. Yeah. This is how we're such professionals. Okay, so top or bottom. Okay. Tell you what, Jamie, I'm going to hold that. Do you mind?
Can I use the non-fancy screwdriver?
You may use whichever screwdriver you feel you are most comfortable using.
just use the.
Oh, I put that one in.
Oh.
Oh, and it didn't. Oh,
Was it
wait a
not?
minute. It went the other way.
What?
Oh,
Oh.
you do put them in the top.
Or
Okay,
is
let
it-
me show
okay.
people what I'm talking about here. So right here, they have to go in the upper because this slide is moving up as you tighten it, as opposed to it going down to tighten.
Is it?
It is.
Do you
It's
put it? Do you still put it in the bottom?
So
though?
you put it, no, you put it in the top part here. So show you how that worked here, which really surprised me. So put it in there. Now screw it.
The opposite way or the right?
No,
way?
keep it doing it the normal way.
Righty-tighty?
Yeah, righty-tighty. Yep. We're educators, so righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
That's
so
right.
everybody knows. Now see, that is
All right.
beautiful.
All right. So that's in there. Okay.
So
good.
yeah, so it's got to go in the top. So we learned something there. Let's see if I can get this one in there.
Is it gonna be
I'm
loose
going to
in
need
it?
some more room. Yeah.
All right. So lefty loosey.
You know, if you don't have to work around cameras, it's a lot easier, isn't it?
Yes.
So put this one. Get this one. All right, this one's ready to tighten.
Yeah.
I got a nice shot of my bald head today too.
There we go.
There you go. Twofer. All right, so then the next part was this gaggle of wires.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move this around here. This is, get this out of the way. So now, this is where I'm confused. What was that? Was it red first or ground first?
Let's see.
Does it show on the,
Let's check
oh, it
that.
shows here. Look at this. Here we go.
Okay.
Fan. So it's red first for this one.
Yeah, because that does probably have a
Yep.
a orientation polarity. I bet the next two do not because they're heating elements.
I bet you're right. Okay, so then this one will be top, okay. Good, okay, and then this next one
And
is,
they don't have any polarity, right?
yeah, bed is no polarity, so
But we gotta make sure we got the bed. So which one?
which
do we
one
want to
was
look at the?
bed.
Let me unlock here.
Wait a minute,
Uh-oh. Jennifer says she's watching. Watch out.
Jennifer's watching?
She said it. Well, that was 32 minutes ago. I'm sure.
No,
we
she's
bore-
gone, she's
yeah,
out.
She's long
Yeah.
gone. No, I watched the whole thing.
No, she is not.
Hey, I heard that. Wait a minute. All right, here we go. Let's see. Did we?
Well, Jennifer, if you are watching, I guarantee you, Nikki is not watching.
Can you tell? Might have been too dark there. What was black and red and black, just to keep it the same. But
So-
at least we know the fuzzy ones. The
Yes.
fabric ones are on the end.
Are on the end, right?
Yeah.
So, well, where are the other ones? Oh, wait a minute.
Make sure.
Oh, did we get the right ones?
I hope so. The thicker ones, the big boys, should be.
Well, look, we have, oh, yeah, that's right, right?
I think so. All right, I'll go get a meter and we'll do a continuity test because at least the main power supply one is
Yeah.
it's got a disconnect.
So then this needs to, gosh, there's not much cable here, is there? So that was here?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As long as we're sure that's the right thing. Well, the other ones had a little bit different ends. On
Yeah,
the
they had different end too. And I'm pretty sure that's right because this was coming out. Oh, can you tell if this goes into the braid or goes into the non-braided?
Let's no.
We didn't get
let's
enough,
see.
did we?
Wait.
Oh, there we go,
There we
perfect. So this is
That went not into the braid.
not
Wait,
into the braid.
Wait, can you tell? Shoot. Well,
Interesting.
dark. Is there a multimeter?
I didn't even think to bring a multimeter. We are,
There's one here somewhere. There's got to be.
it may be over in the soldering lab, which is
Yeah.
in the other building.
Shoot. Well.
Let me see.
Here's one.
Oh, you found one?
Yep.
Good.
Let's just take. You got a quick disconnect on the power supply, right? Or mine did anyway. Right here, and then we'll know for sure which one's the. We can just do
Yeah, there
a
we go.
continuity test right there. Right.
All right, so what we're doing is there is a quick connect here. You can see it right under there. We're going to pull that and then see which one of these wires we get continuity with.
Is this the right mode? I thought that was the little beepy thing.
Should be.
Well,
You're going to get an continuity check, right?
well, you know what? Even if we can't do that, we can do. If we know we have the same difference, right?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So does that connect come loose right there? I thought that was a.
I thought that was quick connect. It's one of those lug connectors. No, it's not.
I thought it was like a. Well, why does it look like that? It looks like it's a place that it connects. Maybe it's not.
That's what I would think there. Oh, that's not coming out. Nope.
All right.
Hmm.
Let's see here.
I
There is a break there, though.
Oh, you found it. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go
Lovely.
what we think, hit that on the top of the red that we think's the main power supply, and see if we're on this one. Make sure. All right. I guess hit it on the other thick one that's loose then, and see if we switched in, or like hit that red one that we just hooked up. Am I doing? All right. Let's touch them together again.
It's not doing anything.
Did I switch? Okay, what are you doing?
There we go.
Sugar to OL, right?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna hook.
So this should be the power.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
So we know we're good.
All right, we know we're good.
Everybody like, you could have done that some other way, but all right. All right, there we go.
All right, so I'll plug these guys back in so we don't forget that.
So that is for sure the power supply connector.
Xander said, or we could have watched back the recording. Well,
Yeah.
I guess we could have gone online. You're right, Xander. We could have gone online and done that. We can't with the device I'm using, the yellow box. You can't go back and do it. But yeah, you're right. We could have done that. I think we figured it out, though. We are smarter than the average bear, as we like to say around here.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
Well, at least smarter. We're smarter than a bear. How about that? All right, so now we need to put these back in here. So this is, where did we leave off? This guy right here. So let me kind of move this back in our camera view here so people can see what we're doing. Okay, so then we're going to screw this one in right here.
This was my non-good hand.
Your non-good hand.
That's my lefty, but I don't want to. I guess all of it.
Are you a lefty?
Yep.
Why didn't I know that? I think I knew that. Maybe we tighten that one in too. This one looks a little, it's starting to move. I don't know if it's because of all that. Oh, that was pretty loose, wasn't it?
Maybe we were deciding to.
I think you're right. I think we weren't really. Didn't feel like we should tighten that down just yet.
Does that feel?
All right.
Okay.
Feels good. Okay, so then these are heater.
Mateo hopped in.
Hey, Mateo. There are oscillate. We don't need an oscilloscope, that's for sure. But thank you. I appreciate that. So let's go ahead and screw these in. Mateo, how are things down at the bike
Let's pull it
co-op?
back out. Let's twist that up a little bit.
Twist that up. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Jimmy, you're breaking the board. All right.
Sounds good. And
Let's make sure nothing's framed.
Mateo's probably wondering why it is we're not any
Yeah, well,
further than we were.
You guys aren't doing a test print yet?
Yeah, I know, Mateo. We should probably be test printing at this point. We ran into a little problem with some glue. So you can go back and watch that fun that ensued. All right, so then, okay, where do these go?
Because yeah, that one's, there's not one in that same spot. Well, no, yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at that. So
You've got two right there now.
So there's this 3. There's 2, 2, and 2. Was there? See, there wasn't a 3 one on that one. So what does that mean? What is that? That is the VGS. What's a VGS?
Video game system. I don't know.
I don't know what a VGS is. Is there? Let's see what the board says here. Normal. It says preset port, which to me probably means nothing.
Yeah, maybe not on this instance.
Not on this instance, yeah. So we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because that is a 3 pin too,
3,
right?
4, 5,
Yeah.
6 though. How's that work?
All right, so you've got 2 here though,
We do,
whereas the
don't
other one only had 1, right?
Yeah, and it says.
So this one was fan X, Y, Z stop, B motor.
These are the controllable
EZ.
fan port, is what it says. So does it want 2 fans? Is that what it? There's no place to put another fan.
Maybe on a different model that the board works with. I don't know.
Maybe so. So I think what we don't know is what this is.
What is it called again?
Called the preset port. There's a motherboard video firmware. We don't need the firmware yet. I'm glad we can change the firmware. We won't be doing that today. We'll do that. I'll probably do that some other time. We just lost HDMI 1 too, whatever that was. And 2. Oh, computer.
I say this one's spinning, but it's still showing updates. But it's still got the spinning thing.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah. Well, really zoomed in on something though. That's good. There we go. All right, we are doing a little bit of researching here. And my computer just decided to go to sleep.
Do you need power, or is it?
There we go. All right. Did plug in the power, did I? Yeah, I did.
So this is 427.
Yes.
It's supposed to be a silent board, it says here. So maybe you'll get some quieter motors just with what's
Maybe
built
just
into
with
it.
this, yeah. Maybe I didn't need those other ones, so
Go away.
I can go ahead and start plugging these in, I guess, while we're
Direct ports for BL Touch and filament runout sensor upgrades.
So we have that. So that's where this is going to get plugged into.
So maybe there'll be some interest. We got to figure that out between like doing it the way where you insert it in the Z versus.
Yeah. So maybe the Z, we're not using the Z.
Well.
So we wouldn't use that on these.
Well, that's what this one, this was that Z stop. It's either it goes in the place of the Z stop, or if the firmware supports it, you might be able to. It might have its own kind of plug.
Where were those cables? I don't know why we need another fan.
These include a 5-pin port for auto. That's what this is. That's a 5-pin port for a BL Touch sensor, but that's might be different since we don't actually have a BL Touch, right?
Yeah,
It's
we
a
have the
Touch.
Creality
Yeah.
model. And that's this cable right here, which is, oh, look at this, look at this. This is bigger, so this is going to go in there.
It might, yeah.
Yeah, so this will be there. So we'll save that for that.
Okay.
We'll get this out of the way here. So we still have some confusion here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and plug in the
Yeah,
XYZ while you're doing that. And we'll see what we end up with.
I don't know
here.
if we need, I mean, if we didn't have anything in that kind of size before anyway, I don't know if it matters.
Well, did we have something plugged into every one of those?
Let's go back and check the.
Because if we did, we don't have 6 of those.
I don't know if we did.
Unless one of those was the fan. Was one of those the fan?
Let's see.
If we did, then that fan is up here then.
So we had.
We didn't have anything plugged into that last one, did
Is there
we?
one? No, I think I think we did though, right? Because that's still one back from the little edge connector there. Well, on this one, sorry.
Yeah.
So that was still something that was right there. On this one, how many is this? What's this count there versus what you got now?
So here's. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 3-prong for the 6th one. But see, I think one of those. Oh yeah, the fan was here. That's right.
Yeah.
That's just gone right now because I ripped that off. I should probably put that back on there. Oh, good, the glue just fell off now. Yeah, it came off a lot easier and it's going on. There we go. Okay, so now it's back together again. All right, let me go ahead and plug these guys in while I'm seeing this. So this is X.
Yep, and that's your motor, right?
Oof, man, tight. There's that one. Yep. All right, where's the glue gun?
Yeah.
Y. Where's Y? Y. Y. That's Z. That's A. So that would stand to reason that this should be Y. There we go. Wow. Not a lot of room when you do this.
extruder.
And yep. Okay, now it's decision time, my friend. We have to figure out what we're going to do here now. Oh, there's a screw there too. All right.
You got some fans there, I think, right? Well, after you do your end stops.
So this is, what was this? This was X. Where did that one go? Oh, it has it right here, X. So we just put that one there, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, why didn't they label the rest of
And
it?
this one's probably Y. And then Z's over here because we might, you know.
Because we may not, yeah. Gosh. Okay. And we have, oh, hey, that worked out. We have 3 left. Is that right? Okay, so it says Z. Was that?
Z is this stop that we may not use, right? So.
Oh, so we do. We're still missing. And then TB and TH. One of these was the one we marked with the dot.
Right, that was.
So that was the front one. Here. That was, and this one goes here. Sander, find the scheme of the old board, write down on paper in which way the connectors need to be plugged into the new board. I think we're almost there. Thanks. But you are right. That probably, we should have thought about through that. Okay, so I have, is that it?
Got that fan right there. That's a fan, right?
This is a fan?
I think so.
Blue and, so I can plug that into.
That wasn't the one that we had so much trouble with, right?
Yes, so I can just plug that in right here. Okay. Does that get everything? Is that right? It can't be that easy. Why is there one? That's our Z stop, right?
Yeah, probably so.
Okay. So we evidently didn't have something in the back there. And so that's just a pre. So now we have a decision.
Yep.
Do we want to plug it in?
Right. Do you want to do like a move the X, Y, and Z around?
Well, I don't know if we can because we don't have a, is this connected? I guess this would be connected now,
Well,
right?
no, I think you loosened it to make it, to
That's
get it out. So you had to either roll it back up under there enough to plug that in.
Why don't we do that?
You could just
See if we
dance
can just get it enough
you
to
can dance
plug
the
it in.
motors around a little bit.
Should we put it back on the? All right. You know what? Oh, jeez. See if I can get some more here.
So just pull this glue up off of that thing.
All right. You want to see if you can plug that in, and I'll see if I can find. Well, shoot. I don't know. You may have to just tear off the
Glue.
glue. And I'll see if I can find the power cable.
At
And
least
we'll-
that was not too bad. All right. Is that this way?
There we go. Make it back up. There we go. All right, let's see. Power cable for the,
That's just a normal like IEC.
it's a normal. I
plug, right?
brought one and it was in the bag that I brought. So I just need to remember what I did with the bag. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is the exciting part of the show.
Where's the fire extinguisher? Okay, fire
Yeah,
extinguisher.
fire
right
extinguisher, we've got that. We've got a way out.
There. Yep. All right.
So we have an egress if we need that.
We're good then.
We, yes.
Safety third.
And Mateo, hopefully you're still there. Feel free to call 911 if we burn down your makerspace, okay? All right, we're gonna plug it in here. Make sure the power is off, power is off. What we're looking for, and I'm gonna go ahead and just move the camera.
Oh.
Oh, it was on. Hold on. Yeesh. I'm gonna see if we can move this around. And it's gonna be upside down. It's just the way it is, so bear with me. We want, oh gosh, we want this right here to come on, which we did see a light, but now we just need to see if we can initialize it and just kind of move the boards with the old controller. I guess the question is, would this still power? I don't know, the
We'll find
firmware,
out.
surely the firmware would still
Or would
support
be
that, right?
connecting the touchscreen.
Here we go, yeah, or yes. Yeah, see, normally I have it
It's
would
already showing you
say
something by now, right?
Creality, yeah.
I didn't put that display in backwards, right? I'm assuming that the ribbon wouldn't face the other way.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, you get a little light back here. I think we need to plug in the display, which is easy. We can do that.
I can do that real quick.
So let's go
Off
ahead
board,
and
I
we're
think.
going to unplug right here.
I can get the, I just can hit
So
the
let me
juice.
dodge the power and unplug it here.
All right, let's take that out of there. Let's see. I think this just goes in there, right?
There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, perfect. And then that's going to go in
And
right
is this
there.
keyed? Oh, yeah, it is keyed.
It is
right?
keyed.
So, all right.
And then we're going to,
Now, do you want me to move this back over there?
yeah, we'll put it over here and we'll add, I'll plug this back in. Now, what we're hoping is that we get some kind of display here, not here, but here. So keep your eyes on that one. All right, Jamie, here we go.
Hey!
Well, hang on.
That's probably just the firmware.
That's just
in
the
the screen,
firmware
right?
in the screen, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fast though. Check that out.
Wow.
So you want to check the control and see if you get some kind of
Oh, man.
first use.
Oh, I don't want to do the move. All right. Hopefully we can do small steps. Let's do 1 millimeter steps.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, you seeing that?
Nope.
Barely moved. All right. Maybe I do.
Oh, it did move. Look at that.
See,
What
right?
about X? Yep. Okay, let's check our Z-axis. Ooh. Now see, this is, oh, we didn't connect it.
No, it's
Well,
going
the
up. See
limp-
there? It's up. Look.
Oh, there it is. Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Is it going down there?
yeah,
There it goes.
yeah.
That was the stop, the Z stop.
The Z stop, you're right.
Right.
I didn't know if that had to be in circuit, but it does not, does it? The Z stop wouldn't.
Right. I mean,
Okay.
it would just, we would slam into the board without it stopping it.
Okay, so we have made really good progress here. I think what we do now is, why don't we'll leave everything undone because we need to get the BL or the bed lever,
Yep.
right? Why don't we go ahead and get this off,
Yep.
mount this, that way we have our controls. So
Yep.
that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna go back in. So success, fire in the hole. I love it, Max. Thanks, I appreciate that. Being an old Army guy myself, I really appreciate the old fire in the hole. Max says nice, thank you. So here are these comments here if you want to see that. Max says nice, and Xander is even still with us. Says awesome. I know it is awesome. I'm feeling like a sense of accomplishment
Yeah,
here.
man. That's our, you know what?
This feels really good.
I might keep this my ender after all. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
That's pretty nice, isn't it? So check Black Friday.
Yeah.
That'll be there next time that those will drop in price. But that, yeah,
Although, now tell me if I'm wrong. If I use OctoPrint, it kind of like negates because it does everything. Doesn't really bypass everything and just does it via the USB port.
yeah. So if you had a screen, a touch screen like
Right.
this one right here, then it can do that.
But I mean, mostly you're just doing it through a browser, though, right? You can do it headless with OctoPrint.
You
can't
can.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't-
yeah. And I still, because this is a resistive touch, we talked about this earlier, this is resistive touch as opposed to capacitive. So it's a pain.
Yeah.
So I'm going to love that.
That's really nice, though.
But the firmware is supposed to have some other features too. And I'm not sure if
Right.
it has OctoPrint-like features or, so we'll explore that too. But so super excited we have that. Xander's out of here. He said, I have seen enough to know that I have seen too much. So he's out of here. Go to sleep. 9:22 p.m. Have to wake. Ooh, that's early, Xander. Hey,
Yeah.
Xander, thanks again for joining.
Thanks
Really
for
appreciate.
watching.
I'm glad we at least got some success for you.
Yeah, man.
And we're stoked. So we're going to go ahead and continue on. So come back and watch later. I know you probably will. You'll probably want to come back and see how far we get. Jamie, it is 3:30. We've been 3:23.
Yep.
So I figure we'll look at about till 3, see where we are, and go from there. What do you think?
Was
Are you good until 4?
I'm good as long
All
as
right.
you are, I guess.
So we're gonna start doing that. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna cut the printer and pull the power. So just super excited that we are where we are. So we will go ahead and let's move this back around. I tell you, the hardest part's probably going to be just routing cables
Yeah.
again.
And putting your clips back on there.
Yeah.
Let's see. I might.
And then I'm going to move this camera. So apologies for the camera. This is our movable camera. We knew we weren't going to be able to just set up and that was just going to work. So let me go ahead and.
There we go.
Perfect.
Is that the
All right.
smaller ones? What is that?
So yeah, I think that's going to be a larger one there.
So
I'll
it's
tell you
got
what,
a-
if you want to start working on that, I'm going to do a little NN. What does that mean? NN. What is that?
Night night.
Night night. Okay,
Maybe.
there you go. Probably. Hey, that's what I'm going with. Nicely done. And I'm just going to check and see what our stats were here. I'm really curious why this laptop keeps going to sleep.
Power saving.
Viewer activity. Stream health is good. We got excellent stream health, which
Cool.
is nice. So we're actually plugged in for those of you kind of curious about the Makerspace. We're plugged into their Ethernet, which is nice that they provide that. They actually provided an Ethernet for us to plug the YOLO box in. So that's kind of cool. So Jamie is removing, as you can see there, the Ender control panel for a few of you that are watching that we've not heard from in the chat. If you are watching and have not joined us in chat, make sure you do that. I will apologize in advance while we're removing this. I did have to make the chat only available to subscribers because in a previous couple of live streams that I've done, we've had some folks plugging into chat some not so nice things, spamming us. So
Like a Lego.
Yeah, it is. Oh, did you find a
print,
Lego?
Like a Lego cap or something?
There is a
Sorry.
piece of. Oh no, that's not. What is that?
I don't know. It was in the tray and something print for something.
Yeah, I printed something here. We're not sure what that is, but it was in there. Huh.
A free little
I'm not sure what
gift.
that's from. Well, that's a good looking print, isn't it?
Yeah. How did you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's
talk
all
about
right.
the bad guys. Did these pop off? I don't want to hurt the cable. Like
Yeah,
if
they do.
they're
They
inserts. Okay.
they either slide off or pop off.
Duh. Okay.
So.
I guess I can't.
I think I slide
those.
them off. So anyway, so there's that. And let me just show you one other thing here too while Jamie is still working on that. Don't forget, Jamie and I both have channels. Obviously, you're on my channel now. Jamie has one over at Jamie's Hack Shack. And are you using the new feature at Jamie's Hack Shack? I think you are, right?
It works. I didn't have to do anything. I think it just started working.
Just started working?
Yeah, because I did a
What-
vanity channel name.
Yeah,
thing.
what are they calling that thing? The
Tags or handles? Which ones?
handles. Yeah. So we're both using handles. So if you go to youtube.com/@RetroCombs or at Jamie's Hack Shack, that'll take you directly to both of our YouTube channels. So if you want to see what we're doing, we do a lot of complimentary kinds of things, but we also do a lot of different types of things too. So, and of course, as I've mentioned before, Jamie and I are neighbors. We're just right down the road, so it's easy for us to get together and do things together, which is really kind of cool. And it's great because I can borrow tools too. So anyway, other than that, make sure that you are subscribing to all those. Here's our obligatory subscribe, alerts, leave a comment down below and give us a thumbs up, okay? And if you're in Columbus and you're watching this, make sure you visit the Makerspace called The Propeller. It's called The Propeller because it's on the airport. As a matter of fact, there's a flight line just right out this door right here. And we can watch planes take off. It's pretty cool. It's a cool brand new Makerspace that we are building out. And we'd love for you to come down and be a part of that too. So without further ado, we'll go back to and see how far Jamie has gotten with removing the, oh, you've got it off.
Yep.
Check you out. All right.
We have the T-nuts, like a little thing of 3 T-nuts for this display because
We
it
do.
attaches slightly differently.
So that's this right here.
Instead of going in the front, it's on the side. So I don't know if that leaves this
Oh, really?
I guess that's okay if that's exposed. Will that be different now?
Yeah, it will be different. I mean, because this one wasn't.
It covered that, right?
Yeah.
So this one does. It'll
So I'll have to find an end
probably
plate.
can print a little end cap to pop in there, like a
Oh
flat.
yeah,
black
yeah,
one.
yeah. I'll just print it. Yeah, that'd be perfect. I'll just print an end cap and pop it in there. Yep.
So I'm going to maybe turn this a little more.
So what do you do with
sideways.
one of these?
Somebody somewhere probably needs
I
it.
think, yeah, I'll probably just leave this for the Makerspace.
Or I
I
mean,
think.
you could probably, if that's one of those like standard, what is it, 16 by
Oh
4?
yeah, it is. Yeah,
You could
16 by
probably
4
any
display.
kind of micro, if it's
Yeah.
I squared C, or maybe it's parallel. I don't know how they've got it set up there.
It's got the print or the speaker on the back too, which is kind of interesting. A little beeper. I could use that. Yeah, I may just hang on to that and see. Maybe we can bring it to life with a Arduino. Do
There you
something
go.
with it.
Yep, for sure.
All right, parts and pieces. That's definitely what I need is more junk in my basement.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to turn it this way a little bit. So, because this is, how does that
It is. That thing is timing out. That is really weird.
So does the circle mean, because it's getting an input, right, from,
It is, which is really weird. That's your camera, right?
yeah.
Maybe if I unplug it and plug it back in. Which one? Is that this one right here? Number 2. Yeah.
I mean, not that we need it. We've got this one right here, but,
Oh, I just took us out, man.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The only thing left is my USB camera. I took out the whole HDMI subsystem. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that.
Hey, there you go.
Well, that's just me.
Okay. Well,
So all the HDMI's
Taking a
just
break.
left. Let's see if I can get these back in. So there's the computer.
if I do this right, I could probably just start these and then line them up and get them in the T slots, maybe.
There we go. All right. So I think we're back in shape there. Picture in picture. Wave. Yep, we're good. All right. Perfect. And let me see if I can get this camera to follow again.
So let's see here.
Now it's locked. So come on. I like this little camera, but it's not as since I'm running it by itself without control software from a PC.
Right.
I think it's going to sleep on me. Maybe that's a firmware thing they'll work on.
This is probably a bad idea. But
What's that?
I was going to try to start them and then see if I can get them in the T slot.
Oh, I think that's the only way to do it, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be
Yeah.
like poking around and.
So let me get this out of your way because I can get them so
Okay,
that they
let's
can
make
see
sure
what
they
you're
can
doing.
still see.
Yep. So like all of these rail systems, these 3D rail systems, we've got these what do we call them? T-screws?
T-nuts,
T-nuts?
I don't know.
T-bolts?
Yep.
T-balls? I don't know.
Because I mean, that's the same kind of thing that holds them together too.
Yep.
Right?
Let me go over here. Excuse me.
So now, just gonna be trying to get them to kind of line up to get started. I'm assuming it has to go like that, right?
Yeah, I think what happens is as you tighten them, they actually start to reorient themselves.
I was trying not to give me some wiggle room to get going here. That one's in there. That one's in there.
There you go.
I'm assuming that one's a little bit in the lower one, so we can. So you want to go flush, I guess, right?
Yeah, let's
Or
go
do you wanna-
flush because I'll put a cap on here, but I think that's perfect right there. Really interesting that
I need to tilt it up.
they
a little bit.
decided on that. Yeah, these new ones are like that. Look at this.
Yeah.
So see, there's a
You know what?
cap.
That's what you maybe could do now, because you're gonna have that. You could do a drawer like that for
Oh, like
parts and
this.
tools, possibly.
And then maybe have this come over here.
Yeah,
That could just be fun.
because it's almost the same frame, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's a part you can get, or probably somebody's made a.
I'm sure I could print
There's
that.
probably a file for that now to print that
Yeah.
out.
So I'll just have to do that to clean up my mess. Is there one on this side?
Well, that gets covered by the little mount for the board.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. When we put that back on.
All right, I want to just tilt this up
Okay.
a little bit. You want it to be like with this most.
Yeah, because if we put a plate, yeah, go back a little,
little
bit
bit,
more
right?
in case, yeah, there's a
There's
lip
an
on the
overhang.
plate to overhang, yeah.
And the cool thing about those nuts, because they usually only have one way to go, so then they just kind of straighten themselves up how they're supposed to be. and
Yeah, it's
pretty
really
cool.
kind of a neat feature.
Maybe I should have put that cable in there before I.
I have to say, I'm kind of excited to see what features are available in this new
Yeah.
firmware, and I'm anxious also to see how easy it is to update the firmware, because that was one of the issues with the other one. I never connected the Arduino to it that you needed to break the firmware so that you could update that.
Cabling wise. So if you want to go through there and tuck it in before, I mean, there's no way to go through that T piece. I might have to just at least, you could put one of your clips maybe. I know if you do those like 45-degree folds on these ribbon cables,
Yeah.
you could do another one, I don't know, and then get it into your, we got to pop those off though.
How was the other one routed?
Because it was right
That's-
here. 'cause
that's
it was
this one, right?
Yeah, and I think it,
So let's go ahead and pop this one off then.
we can't slide those off the end because of where they are, right?
Yeah, I need to pop these off with a screwdriver.
Wow. Look at this screwdriver. That's why you use a
Oh,
nice
wow.
one instead of a.
Well, these just pop out. Maybe I'm wrong. It's going to go flying. Or my finger's going to get.
Yeah.
There we go. There's one. Oh, there went the camera. All right, there's one. And I'm just going to do this. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't technically need that cable now. Good Lord.
Oh, my.
Those are good. Those
Those
are good cable.
Let me, let's see. No, that's not gonna work. I need one of my pries. Hold on. That's what this kit's for. It's got the heavy duty stuff in it.
Oh yeah. Little pick.
Get under there. There we go. All right, so this was just run up underneath and on the back, wasn't it?
Or I could go, if if it's got feet that keep it off though. We could
Could go underneath, couldn't we? Yeah.
You could
We
go,
could
well,
underneath. I think
if
that's
it's
a good
flat
idea.
though, that might be kind of tight. I don't know.
Let's try.
Or you could go up under the power supply and then come back down. I don't know. I don't know how much leeway you got.
Hey, let's try that. I like that.
At least it's
Yeah.
not in the front then.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and then I can
You
do
could do that
90
and then
fold.
fold and then put your clips back on there if you want. Whoops. It says, I guess the first time you power it on, maybe it flashes the board that's in there from the thing.
Oh, from the what? From the board itself?
Turn on the power, wait 15 seconds. It will enter the main interface
did that.
after the progress bar is completed, which indicates that the firmware is successfully flashed and can be used after releveling.
Well, it did that.
Okay,
So
well, there we go.
I saw that. Yeah, see, that works pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Those clips are pretty nice. Okay, so this is the point where maybe we should think about putting the tray back on
Sure. I mean,
and dropping it in the tray and trying to bend it around before we hook this up.
yeah.
Because I think if we do too much,
Now, was this fan for one of your extra headers? That was one of them, right?
yes.
Okay.
So that's what I'm wondering.
You get that
Why?
other fan, right?
I mean, this fan looks beefier than this one.
24 volts.
24 volt,
I don't know what the.
brushless, colorful LED.
Oh, maybe it's pretty.
Well, you're not going to see it in there though,
Yeah, a little bit maybe.
but that'll be on the top. And then I've got a cover
That's
on
a
it.
top, yeah.
Yeah. The other reason you put that on there is
The duct, yeah.
stuff doesn't drop in there.
Yeah, so you won't even see it.
So I won't even, I'm going to save this
Yep.
for another project. I think that will be good. All right. So then
I guess I could have stayed on. Yeah.
we are going to try and put
Hopefully we can get
this
those
back
screws.
on. How did that go? That goes like this.
Excuse me.
Now see, this is where it gets tricky because I've got to somehow
You got some slack there, right? Oh,
cut me some slack, man.
should be able to pull I thought a fair amount through there. Maybe not.
There we go. So then I should at least screw the middle. So those have to go. Wow. Okay, there we go. If I can just get.
Or you can pull. You could probably attach that if you want. We could lift this up and attach it to the board with it,
Oh,
and then we can. I
put
can.
it in.
Yeah. How about that?
Man, you are smarter than the average bear. Yes, you win the prize, time-saving award
Sweet.
prize for the day.
I don't know what.
And I can
screws
move
were-
this over here. I've got 3 of them right here.
Okay. There's.
I don't know why I only have 3 though. They
I've
look
got
like
a little short one.
this.
There's one here, maybe.
Did I put them in that little bag?
Here's a little bag. I think you put some stuff in. There's one there.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
So the question I always, when I go through this, is, do I really want to put them all on?
2 will do.
Right? That's what I always think. Two's good.
That'll be
Two's
fine.
good. Is this the? No, it's a small one.
Oops.
Teeny tiny one. So I think you all can see what I'm doing here. So trying to put the screws back in here. You know, I'm sure those more professional YouTubers would have like microscopic cameras and I don't know, a board. What would Adrian do right now? He'd have,
You have
of
a
course, he
helmet.
doesn't do live stuff. You know that?
You have a helmet cam. I don't know.
He pre-records everything. I don't know that I've ever seen him do anything live. Have you?
I don't know that I have.
I kind of would like to see him do something live. It is definitely a different vibe. And it's not everybody's cup of tea. I know
Yeah.
that too. Not everybody wants to spend 8 hours watching us try and put in, do a 15-minute project.
Think of the benefits though. Now, if you ever do this, you'll know all the time saving things to do ahead of time.
That's right.
Yeah.
We've saved you. The other thing too is when you put the time codes in and kind of link people to where the answers are. I think
Yeah.
sometimes that's helpful too. And I'll try and do that with this. I've been trying to decide, do I really want to try and edit this? I do not.
Yeah.
I've already decided. Looking at the way we've cut it and everything, I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that. But I will put in time codes, and I think that'll be helpful for folks. So there's two. I'm going to put one in the middle. I don't know that I.
And real quick, this box that you're using, is it also recording the output, or is it doing all the inputs separately as well? So you could go and cut, or will it?
It would have if I pressed record.
Oh, well, no problem. Okay, cool.
I did not press record. So there's another reason I could always because it's my
Yeah.
account, I can download it.
But
It's compressed when you do that.
Right.
But yes, if I had thought to press record on this,
I was just meaning something.
it would record the SD card, and then
Yeah.
you'd have a raw. Now, what I like about the ATEM Mini ISO Extreme is it does every camera separately as a recording.
Right.
So then I can
That's
put it
pretty
and
cool.
every audio source
It's
too.
like multicam. You can flip back and forth,
Yep.
whatever you want, right?
It is really sweet. It looks like there's not one there, so.
They did come here for video chat, I guess.
Oh, they do. Yeah, some people love that stuff. I don't know. I kind of enjoy it when people kind of go off the beaten path and talk about their processes, and I do have a couple of videos where I talk about the way I do things, but I'm sure my way is not the best. That's why I think people can learn from it, because mine is not the best. Okay, do we have one more? I may as well. So, all right, I'll go ahead and put this one in too.
Unless that was for something else, we'll find out.
And the worst case is we find out nothing's working now, and we have to take all four of them out again. We probably should have tested it before we.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think at this point we are so much further. Okay, so now we're ready to lift this thing and come underneath again.
Okay.
You're right, this is much easier. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can lower her into place. And now I think we do these next.
And figure out your thing before you get too
Oh,
tightened
yeah,
up there.
yeah, good point. Yeah,
So you
because
have
this
that
needs
little-
to come.
You got a little insert there for it to come right around the back. It looks like, oop, there you go. I think that's right. It's not smashing anything.
Wait, where did this go? Right here. And it can only go, yeah.
Yeah,
right there.
it's key.
I am going to put one clip on. I'm not going to worry about this
Oh, yeah.
inside business. Because the other thing, I know at some point I'm going to be back in here again. And the reason I haven't gotten in here is because it was such a pain in the neck. Now, see, that's actually up higher than it was in the old one.
I think that might keep this from going on. Or...
Yeah, it could. Let's see if I can. There we go. I think that's going to be enough. All right, so then I'd clip. See if I can clip this wire. There. And then, let's do one internal and one right before. Yeah, these were printed. I printed I don't know, about 8 of these in a single print.
Those are nice.
They're pretty handy. Okay, and then which one's here? Is that those bigger ones?
It's got to be, right?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
one
got to
of
be
those?
these, right?
Or is it big? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's these.
Okay, there you go.
And
That's already got threaded holes. There's not an insert or something.
yeah, you guys not seeing a thing I'm doing. How's that? Oh, it's a little better. Yeah, to Xander's earlier point, if I could have gotten the little screwdriver working.
So this would be considered. Look at before we put the lid on. I'm assuming we want to play with this touch sensor, right?
Yes, definitely. We want to get that mounted. I think we have time. We got 15. I'm okay if you're okay.
I'm fine if you're
We
fine.
can go a little bit louder. I kind of would like to get that done before we put the top on.
Okay, there is a mount.
Let me go ahead and get this last.
Okay, there's a
While
mount.
you're doing that.
Let's see
Ooh,
here.
that's actually pretty. I like that.
This one mount is the one for this guy, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and put this back here, and that's gonna be this one.
This is the mount for an Ender 3, Ender 3S, Ender 3 Pro. All right, so that's this one. We're going to use this mount.
All right.
And
So I'll start setting this up. This is going to go on the Z-axis up here.
let's see. Let me look at the picture. All right.
I think I can set us up with some better video here.
Okay, so install the CR Touch on the rack with 2 pieces of screws. Does it mean do this first? Oh, wait, like that.
There we go. Lock that in.
All right, let's see. Is it?
Put this tool back up while I'm thinking about it before I lose it.
Whoops. Maybe like that, because that's got the indentation for the cable to go to be able to fit.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause it wouldn't work like that. But does it go? That's not threaded though, so
So
does it go from the back? Does it go from the bottom up to catch the threads? Maybe. That's these guys.
Let's see what we've got going on here. Well, there's 4 people hanging in there with us.
Wow.
So that's pretty amazing. I
So
will take all 4 of you. So
Mateo, Jennifer, thanks for watching this.
yeah, Mateo Mislav probably still has this on. He's just working.
Yeah,
He's
he's
got
working
like his
today.
phone. Yeah. I don't know. Max may still be there. Max has been hanging out for quite a while. Yeah. What are we right now? ASMR. That's
Yeah.
what we are. Yeah.
Where is that little? Did you have that little bit over there from putting?
Yes.
Let's see.
Put the tools back. It's probably going to take longer to pack everything up than it did for this whole thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Max is still with us. Yep, Max is still with us.
All right.
At least it shows over there. It hasn't shown up on the yellow box yet. There it is. And Max is giving a
Yay.
little encouragement there. Thanks, Max.
Right on, man.
You're okay. So here's what's happening over here. Jamie is.
Yeah, this kit comes with 3 brackets, and we're using the one that's specified for this printer, and it's got some couple of screws. We're going to mount this touch sensor to the bracket, and then I'm assuming this bracket's going to go on your hot end there somewhere.
Somewhere. We'll have to figure that out. Do I need to search that online, or is it on there?
Well, there's a picture here. It kind of shows, I think, the one of the 2 ways it can go.
I think this is going to be one of my favorite parts about this whole project. I hate leveling.
Me too. This is going to be great.
And if it works, that's even better.
So,
Get Jamie in here for you guys.
I don't know. See what you, I don't.
Oh, so it's
Does that
probably.
screw to go out, and you got, and it just fits over
Oh
the
yeah,
other?
so there's
or
a
do you-
there's a screw there.
Or do we take that one roller out and go through it, or it just fits over? it,
No,
probably?
I think it's just going to fit over.
That
It's
one.
really going to detach this one right here.
So you get that one too, probably. 'Cause
Yeah.
you got
Oh
two.
yeah, there's 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So is that this one again?
Isn't that a cool design? Yes, it is.
All right.
So let me get this up here so we can see what we're doing. So Jamie has identified this one and this one to screw in. So it'll be here and here. It's actually going to be like this. And then this is just going to sit over that, which makes a whole lot of sense now that you look at it.
And that's not all that holds the thing on, right? It's probably this cover though.
Yeah, it's just the cover. I'll go ahead and hold that.
All right. Whoops. Now just go put the top one in first. Probably just use the same. I'm assuming it's the same screw. Yep.
I wonder how that adjusts for the head itself.
Well, that's where you set the Z offset. You gotta.
We have some
Yep.
dickering to do then.
Yeah, you gotta tell it to.
Okay.
Ooh, this one's gonna be fun.
Good thing we have a little magnetism left on that thing.
Oop, there
I
we
do
go.
have magnetizer tool over here if we can
I
get
could have put the bracket on then did the other maybe. I don't know.
that.
Is that good? All right.
All right, now we have to connect that to here
Yeah, so
and
I
then
think
run
there's-
that cable.
I think we have, yeah, that's why it had these zip ties in there. So I think we
Okay.
have to,
So we could do it onto here,
right.
but ooh, where's that going to go?
And is that cable in the kit?
There is,
Or that's
yeah,
this
that's
one.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah. It'd be sweet if there's just we turn it on and it says leveler is attached and it just does some things for us.
Magically, yeah.
Tells us what to do.
Yeah,
Look,
might-
I've got a little. When I pulled it out,
little
I did
filament.
not bring any filament, but I see that we have
Yeah,
plenty at the
There's a test
Makerspace.
filament there.
Nice thing about the Makerspace is when you're a member, you get some free filament, which is nice. We keep you stocked up.
So I guess that's this side. So we could either cut this or just lay this onto that. Or, I mean, I don't know if you want to go through the trouble of trying to, well, it doesn't need to go in that loom there. Because it needs to follow
That
that
needs to
back
go over
down.
here. Well, yeah, this, well, where does it go? Actually, we do want to follow this one
Yeah, because it's
because
got to
then it
get out
comes
of the
back
way,
around
right?
in here, but
Yeah.
we can't get it in there. So we'll just follow it, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless we took it off, we had to take it
I
all
don't
the way
want to
off.
know because that's going to be, yeah, we don't want to do that.
Well,
We I like color.
okay, I was
so
about to
there we
say,
go.
so
Yeah,
do you like
yeah.
color? So I don't know how you want to, does this go there? Oh, you want to check, I don't want to force that if that's not the right way and bend those little pins, it might need to go the other way.
That's it. Okay.
All right,
And then what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put my first tie.
there you go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get our tie. We don't have many, do we?
No.
3?
Bet there might be more of those here too if we need them,
Yeah,
possibly.
probably so. And trimmers. I didn't bring trimmers either. So this is going to get hot, so we need to be careful. That gets a little heat right there sometimes. And we don't want to put it on the tube.
I'm assuming
Alright.
these nipper, unless these are dedicated for resin stuff.
So I'm going to, I think I'm going to do it right here for this first one.
I bet there's ones in these drawers. Well, these cobalt, these are yours, right?
Yes.
There you
yeah.
go.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. There you go. We'll cut those when I tighten it. I think we do another. I don't have many, right? I only
Yeah,
have
three.
3.
Wait. You've got a ton over here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I have some in my kit, don't I?
Whoops. There's
Yeah,
two
there we
screws or one screw right there.
Let's do one up here. I'm not going to do it over the feed tube though, because I may need to do something separate with that at some point. So you all can't see that, but right here, I'm putting my next one here, and then I'm going to put the next one down here just to kind of get it around here. We're going to run it underneath down here and then back in, back to here. So that's the plan. It does add some color to the pronouns.
There you go.
That's what we have going for this. Okay. And
It's funny, it says recommend the hotbed be in a cool state when leveling. And I had heard the opposite, that you
I
wanted
had too.
it, that you wanted it warm, because if it's got any kind of tweaking it does,
Yeah.
you want it to be pre-tweaked
Pre-tweak-
before you
pre-tweak
level
it.
it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I guess we'll find out, won't
Yeah.
we?
I mean, any of this has to be better than going on the corners and putting the
Yeah,
shim in
piece of
between.
paper.
Yeah.
And what were you using? I was doing a piece of
Piece
paper.
of paper.
And then if you could just barely move it,
Yep.
yeah, that's what I was doing too. Matter of fact, I did a video on that. I'm amazed at how many views that simply got, because I think everybody struggles with what in
Yeah.
the world do you do next?
Yep.
So I think just to get around this curve, I'm going to need another one.
All right.
I really want to kind of follow the contour. Bring it around the top here. You want to do me a favor and pull on that, would you?
Yep.
and then we'll do another one right here at this bend.
Is that the right way, or do you care?
I don't,
I'm on
yeah.
the right way. All right. Some people have all their zip ties
This sits
oriented
in the
same way.
basement. Nobody ever sees it except me.
All right.
And then we'll do one more right here, and then I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and connect it.
Just see what we got, and then
Yeah, and then go.
all right.
Okay. So then we're going to try and run it underneath here. Now here's a, oh, through here. Yeah. I have to remember.
Make sure you connect. Okay.
Come on. It is kind of amazing how they've kind of planned everything.
Yeah.
And then this goes in.
Should just have that
This
one
right here?
spot. Yeah, there's like a one spot.
It's got, yeah, it's got a little connector on there, doesn't it? All
Yep.
right. Well, this is connected. Okay. So, do we want to just see if it's recognized
Maybe so.
first and go from there?
I don't even know what the.
Yeah, I think the firmware is supposed to recognize it. Let me see if I can get this thing so we can see the screen, because I think that's going to be kind of the interesting part right now.
You get your power cord over here still. Give it a shot. Don't forget about our fan.
Okay. Max, I think you're the only one with us, so you're going to get to see this live. And again, we'll see if anything weird happens here. Break out the
All right, contact.
contact. Insanity automate. See, that was a lot faster than last time. Okay, so there's level.
Right, let's see, I don't know. Well, here's the thing, we gotta be ready to pull them, or we could hook the Z stop up.
Oh, yeah.
if you wanna-
So we need to plug that in.
Well, I don't know, like, I don't know
Or
what's
does
gonna
this
happen
act
here.
as the Z
It's
stop?
supposed to, but we don't wanna ram that into your build surface, so
So
if we want
plug
to,
that back in, yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
And eventually we may have to remove that or lower it down so it'll do its thing, but you wanna just rig that up?
Just to make sure, right?
Because I think maybe if that gets a signal, it'll still stop everything before we bring
Hey,
your
let me get some of this glue off of here.
head into the board, maybe.
Gosh. So this goes into here. You know, it may
Since,
override it.
yeah, it will. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
It may know that it's on there. And how did I have that going through there before, though?
You go around the back. I don't know.
I don't know that it fit. Well, for now, I'll figure that out here in a minute, right?
Or there's this one little. Look at that. There's one little slot there.
I
So
bet it
maybe
went, I bet it
over
went
the
through
top.
there, yeah. Okay,
All right, try again.
try it again.
All right. And I'm guessing you just go to level and see what it does. Unless there's. Let me see here. Let me read a little more.
Okay. So it does show while he's checking that out. Ender 3 Pro is, it does say Ender 3 Pro. So we have upgraded it to an
So
Ender
whatever
3
the Pro,
Pro.
yeah.
So whatever, so I guess the Pro status is more about the firmware and the electronics than the hardware. Yeah, near the board.
Okay, wait a minute. All right. So okay, Ender Ender 3 V2 auto leveling steps. So I mean, because this doesn't assume we've upgraded the board, right?
Yeah.
So but we have now.
We have now.
So if you have done that, let's see here. Get the Z operations, prepare. So it's like you still like set it one time, like for the thickness you want, maybe,
Oh, you do.
and then
So you're supposed to, so you do it once manually?
I guess so to like tell it how far off that touch is or something.
E-steps, calibration, PID tuning, automatic embed leveling. I'm not gonna touch anything else, but, so Z down, home. What happens if we go, well, home could run it into the bed too, so we don't wanna do that. Print test pattern, or like that, that's what we're gonna need, cause we're gonna wanna test. Leveling settings,
So this, all right. So let's go to operate. Okay, prepare. You have that from the main menu.
I do. So I have prepare,
Prepare.
Yep.
Auto home.
home,
Yeah, it's an auto
And you
home
wanna go-
move axis or something like that.
there is Z,
Maybe that's where I was before when I was doing the move stuff, right? Oh, What did you just hit home?
Yeah, I did.
I guess be ready, or I can pull the
Yeah, get ready to pull.
Just save.
Well, actually, I think
with the stop hit.
there you go.
Right.
It
But-
hit the Z axis. It hit the, so this stopped it, which
So,
is
all right.
good. Okay, that's good.
So eventually we probably have to. All right, so now it says move Z, and it says please stop to move Z axis when the distance is. So I guess maybe is that supposed to actually touch, or is it a proximity sensor on that one? I thought that one touched.
This one is a touch sensor, but see, I thought home touched.
Yeah, I thought.
So let me see if I can show folks what we're seeing here. We are looking in here. And if you look,
That thing, it has a little
That's
thing that
not
pokes out,
touching.
right?
yeah, this right here.
It actually, well, your Z touch sensor actually is like a little plunger, right? Doesn't it
Yeah,
poke
right here.
out?
Yeah,
It will extend.
you're right. Yeah.
So it knows, okay, so what we have to do now is you have to,
I'm going to
if it,
take this off. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to make you dizzy. And just leave this.
can you see? Hey,
I think we can see if I put this on.
that's a cool, that thing's wide.
There you go.
All right. So basically, I think what it's doing is you're figuring out the offset that you are, when you have it set to what you want it to be.
Yeah.
And then you record that value, and then we got to go stick it somewhere else, like in the settings here. So this says auto home, move axis. See, the menu may be slightly different than your firmware. I don't know. Let's see. So you hit home before,
Yeah. I hit this one
Okay.
right here, and that's where it took it.
and then move Z, and I think you put your paper in there, and then you're trying to get it to be at the whatever your normal amount of pull on a piece of paper is.
Really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
if it thinks okay, so right now, see, it thinks Z is at 0, right?
Yeah.
So if you step it down with this instead of like your bed knobs,
But shouldn't we be doing that like around here? Isn't that how
Well,
you normally level
I
it?
think
Is you go
what's-
to here, 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 and
I
here?
think what it does after that though, it'll do that. But
It'll
right
do
now
that?
you're saying what's the difference between the nozzle touching and, you know what I mean? Like where's
Yep.
your nozzle? Like, and you just set this down. I guess does it say to set it by smaller than 1 millimeter? Probably is what you want to do, right? And
Yeah.
then step it down until it's where you. Ooh,
Ooh, it's right on it. Oh, that's actually.
is that pretty good?
But do I move my wheel?
No, you don't want to move your wheel anymore because you want it to be like.
So that's
because you want to leave your wheels. All right.
I can move that just barely.
Okay,
So
all right,
that's
so-
about right.
All right.
But
Okay.
now it just kind of. Ooh,
you
man,
don't
it
want
looks
it
like it's
touching.
right in. It looks like it's right on there, doesn't it?
Bump it up another. See if you can see some daylight.
There you go.
All right, so what does the value now say? 0.4?
So it's touchy.
It's up to you now.
I think I want to do it down one more. So down.
You may not hear it. Okay, is that too much? Is that good?
Nope. It needs to go a little bit more.
All right.
Ah,
Is that
beautiful.
So
yeah.
that's not.
So that's just barely.
Okay.
That's like perfect.
All right, so you got a little smidge of daylight if
Yep.
you want? Okay. I mean, you don't want it right on.
Yeah, we're talking just a smidge.
Okay. So I think what
Let me
you
just make sure I get this back under here without any.
without having to push you don't have to push the bed down.
Yeah, I don't have to push the bed,
Okay.
so it's perfect. Yep,
All right, so that to me is saying you're 0.2, right? And it's
Okay.
not negative, it's positive.
it's positive. Yep.
Okay, so whatever, we need to make a note of that, or
0.2.
I'll write it right here.
0.2. We're writing 0.2 down there, buddy.
Is that
Here we
okay?
go.
I'm
Yep.
defacing your manual.
Oh,
All right, so, all right, so,
now everything's hot.
yeah, so that's weird. Auto home preheated. My
Yeah.
auto home usually doesn't do that.
Did it say to do everything cool?
Well, it did, but I mean, let's see. All right,
Yeah, just that just
all
doesn't
right.
make sense to
Follow
me.
and okay. All right, wait. Number 2, input the z-axis compensation value and save it. All right, so where the heck is that?
Max says this is exciting. Your sense of excitement and ours may be a little bit different right now, Max.
Yeah, pretty fun.
Yeah, this is actually pretty cool though.
All right, so
There are worse ways to spend a Sunday for sure.
this is and save it. Does it mean like literally save it? There's nowhere to save anything there, right? That's just us. It's just showing us the value.
It's just showing us the value. Maybe they just mean.
Okay, prepare auto home. Okay, there we go. So go back to one, and then auto. Let's see. Do you have something that says Z offset?
Oh, Z offset.
Did you see that in prepare?
In prepare. Under move maybe.
Maybe
No,
so.
that's where we were.
Prepare auto home Z offset. But there's no auto home, is there? It might be slightly different firmware.
What if it's under?
Is there something about
control maybe? Miscellaneous
movement settings?
Movement settings. Z-axis.
See if there's something in there about offset.
Feed rate, jerk. Wow, this TMC settings. Hybrid stepper threshold. Boy, this has some stuff in it. Oh, current. Let me try missile. Oof.
This was okay. So this okay. I'm sorry. This looks like it says control, and then Z offset maybe, but that still was under prepare.
Here's control.
No.
There's LED, sound, temperature, movement, miscellaneous info. That's just firmware. Look at that. That's interesting. Firmware 000. That's not good.
I can feel the heat coming off of that thing.
Yeah,
bed.
that bed's hot right now.
Let's see.
Maybe it's under level. E-step calibration.
I don't know.
Extrude amount, current E-steps, filament mark at, temperature, run extrusion. Here's the automatic and manual bed leveling. Oh, here we go. Offset.
There you go. So I don't know if we do opposite of the 0.2 or, it was 0.2 we added 2 to get down, but I thought that would have been negative, right? Or you came,
You came up.
because it was
Yeah,
0. You
yeah.
had to come up and then you came back down,
Yeah,
right?
I did.
Okay.
So is it point?
It was
0?
0.2.
It was 0.2.
Yeah. I claim the responsibility for damage to this equipment.
Oh, it does it in either
Oh.
0.21 or point.
All right. I don't know.
I don't know. And then run automatic bed leveling.
I guess so. See what happens. That's all she wrote. Get ready to
Here we
pull the
go.
power.
Here we go. Oh my goodness. We are. Oh boy. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back on here. Hang in there, everybody. Getting some weird views for sure with me with this handheld camera. All right. So I kind of want to record this for posterity. What does it
Yeah,
look like
as it
for
bursts into flames.
automatic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bed leveling. All right. Here we go. And let me level this up here a little bit.
That's a nice tripod.
This is a good one. Yeah, I like this one. Sure, this is a Ulanzi, however they pronounce it. All these weird social content creator companies now with all this stuff. There's some great companies out there. All right, run automatic bed leveling. Oh, what? Preheating and auto leveling in progress. Please wait. Ew. So it is preheating it. It says right there it's going to preheat it.
Yeah, it should be preheated.
That's what I'm thinking too.
It's got showing your Z offset. I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't make terrible noises.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to hear that.
Well, good news is that's a glass bed.
Yeah.
So I can. It'd be nice if there was some kind of indicator, right?
Yeah.
Because see, it does not look like the bed or the table's heating up.
Did it cool back off after what it did a while ago? No, it's still pretty.
Did we not hook up?
The thermistors, is that why it's getting hotter than usual? I wonder if it's
Maybe.
not overrunning, right?
Man, that seems really hot.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my. I think these should be changing, and they're not.
Mm-hmm. You could do save real quick and we turn it off and make sure the thermistors are hooked up. But I mean, that's what you were hooking up on that left side.
Yeah. I cannot exit out of this either.
The back doesn't work up there?
Nope.
Maybe we stuck it somewhere.
I think
you'll
we
cycle
turn it off. Yeah, let's turn it off. So we think. I'm curious. Because if I plug this in, I don't have to be on Wi-Fi for, oh, I don't need that anymore. It's a regular standard one now. OctoPi, when it runs, will actually look at the values too. The other nice thing with OctoPi is I should be able, from this, be able to push firmware upgrades automatically. So now I need power. How am I going to do that?
What kind of power you need?
USB.
C or
Oh wait, what power do I need? Yeah, USB B.
Oh, I don't know.
Power in.
I don't know if I got that.
I just need a USB cable with, let's see if I brought a spare. I can plug it into the USB power supply. That's USB-C.
Here we go.
Just need regular standard USB-B. Perfect. That's the one. And then we'll plug it in back here.
I have enough juice to run a Pi. I know it wants like some decent amperage.
Yeah, this is actually plugged into a power
Okay,
supply.
so that's
it can do,
all right.
I don't know.
Let's get the display there too.
Yep. We'll wait for that to boot up. So for those of you, I just plugged in the OctoPi here. I'm hoping that maybe it will recognize this and give us, this normally gets the readings from the sensor on here as well.
You may turn this back on, or
let's wait for it to boot up. So I'm hoping if this isn't getting it, and this is, maybe we can at least see what's going on. Got a light back here that's flashing. So that means that it's getting juice from this.
Oh, okay.
Now the old that would get juice from this, and it would actually be on when this was powered up. Which was very strange.
Well, it's also weird too. Like I think this one will do it too. Like if you start moving those steppers around, it'll make some power. It'll like make some lights come on. It's like, oh, great. The back feed.
This is a Raspberry Pi 3, so it takes forever to load. Touch UI. This was kind of a bear to get installed. It's easy to get the OctoPi installed, but the touch UI was kind of a pain.
How long do we have to go to meet your live stream record?
This would be it.
All right.
Yeah,
sweet.
We're there. We have met my, I don't think I've gone over 2 hours.
All right.
So we are at 2 hours and 12 minutes now.
Sweet. It's all coming together.
I don't even, I've seen some live streams, some guys and gals go 4, 8, well, you're going to be doing, how long are you guys going to be doing?
Well, it's supposed to be 24, but
24
sometimes
hours.
it's like 12, and then we usually get the time in.
Yep.
Sometimes it's not consecutive because of kids and life and stuff. But
the Raspberry Pi is saying insufficient voltage. I should be getting insufficient voltage though. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it on. Yeah, go ahead and turn on our printer. And I'll go to my controls here. Maybe.
Well, you know what? It's weird. It's like it knows that it. Well, what side has the thing?
See, I would assume this was the current temperature, right?
Yeah.
And then this is what it's going to. Huh. There's our control. And I don't know that I can. Here's our, see if we're getting temperatures. Yeah, I'm not getting temperatures. Huh. Normally I would have some temperature levels here. Status offline. Device reports readiness to read but return no data.
Is there a firmware difference there too?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, if this has to have
an update to talk to this.
Yeah. And since this isn't online, I can't do that. Let me check my connection. Serial port is auto, baud rate is audio, Creality. Let's go ahead and hit connect, see what happens. Yeah, it's not connecting, or did it? Could not auto detect your printer. No working connection parameters could be found. Are you sure your printer is physically connected?
So you got two, okay, all right.
Yeah. You're probably right. Probably have to, there's probably some new firmware that I need, or some kind of update to this. I need to connect the two. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. So that didn't help. So
I'm trying to go back in here. Where
yeah,
was the
level right there. Yeah,
did we do the offset? Where was that?
bed's back on. It's heating up again.
Is it by itself heating up?
Yep.
We didn't do anything to tell it to heat up, did we?
We did not. Oh look, I hit preheat PLA, and we finally got values. Look at this. Oh, those are just settings. Wait, that's weird.
Yeah, what is up with that?
That's weird.
Media init fill, what is that?
Media.
Is that just because your SD card?
Maybe. Maybe if I pull that, we won't get that. Let's go ahead and reboot over here. Let's take this off of the. I think this is going to have to require some upgrades. All right, let's turn it back on, see if we get that. Here's the SD card. So that's weird. You hit cooldown and it just moves that value.
That's why I wish I had my handheld thing to see if it's like cools off and as soon as you turn it on if it's heating up.
Yeah.
That's weird. Maybe like a firmware. Get the firmware straightened out.
So did we plug anything inappropriate? I mean, these are just XYZ. You know, we did have those two in the front. We weren't sure what those were. What were those?
And I'm assuming that the values, like they were the same kind of port, right?
TB and TH.
The last one on this one says extruder temperature.
Ah, you think we got those backwards?
Maybe if they're different on the two different boards. Can you hand me that piece of paper you got right there?
This one?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Let's
So
turn this off. We could be.
Yeah. Even though without that, why would it start instantly applying juice to the bed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this says, this is the new one. This is extruder temp. This says thermistor for the nozzle, which is extruder, right? And then this is the thermistor for the bed. On this, and that matches this.
So, but did we get these right is the question.
So on your big plugs, right? That's where that says normal fan port. That's not a fan.
TB and TH.
Because that's not a fan. That's like a big power connector.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's that one.
It says normal fan, which is there's no way that's the fan, is it?
Yeah, maybe it is.
Because then it says hot
Oh
bed.
no, those are small wires. The first two are
Okay,
small
they are,
wires.
okay.
Yeah.
So then you got hot bed,
Yep.
and then nozzle
Yep.
heat. Then that preset port thing.
Yep.
X-axis limit, Y-axis limit, Z-axis limit, thermistor for the bed, and thermistor for the nozzle,
So,
and the touch port above that.
so I guess my only question is, do we know that we got these two right, and would that matter?
Which one's the?
The TB and the TH, the thermistors, because that would affect, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could.
I know we marked, but
The one we marked was the furthest on the old one. The furthest on the old one says extruder temperature.
and you know what is a pain is getting these things out.
I'm pretty sure here.
Didn't we mark the side? Oh, we did. Yeah, we did. We marked the side. So it's in the right one. So we definitely have something weird going on. That bed is still smoking hot. And I couldn't turn it off either. That's what's really weird. And this is incorrect, right? There's only one way for this to go, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because this key, this is because there's a notch on that.
Yeah, there is a notch, yep.
And I mean, it was enough working for us to jog the
That's true
stuff
too,
around.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Move the camera out of the way here, see if we can see what's going on. Control, temperature.
This says there's a firmware for the CR Touch specifically for a motherboard, but
We're there yet, right?
I don't. Yeah, because this is we're not even.
See, it shows nozzle temperature 0.
See if you can touch it. See if it's higher than 0.
Yeah, I'd rather not. Thanks. Says bed temperature 0. See, it's showing everything.
Unless we yanked on the wires too hard, or I don't, for the thermistors.
Oh, baby.
To push on them a little bit and see if it's. I don't know. Like where they connect into the board. That was the end we were yanking on.
Where is the sensor on the bed?
It's just like glue, like a. You could see where that tape's kind of puffed out. It's kind of in the middle there.
Well, this may be the point where we just need to stop.
Maybe so.
So I think I'm going to have to do some troubleshooting on this. Max, it may be exciting, but it's no longer fun. So we're going to have to, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and take a pause here. I doubt that I may come back later and we'll talk about what we did if we get it working, but I think we're going to go ahead and turn the camera off, might goof around with it for a few more minutes and see if we can figure it out. But that is it. We are going to end this thing. You want to give any last minute stuff about your extra life?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're doing a 24-hour gaming marathon on November 5th, and we're raising money for a local children's hospital in Louisville, Kentucky. So if anybody wants to check that out, or just come and hang out, or recommend some games, I'll be putting some links out on social media and YouTube and stuff about that when we get ready to do that. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today.
I have game recommendations that I'll tell
you
later. So, all right, thanks everybody. We are going to log off. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging in there as long as you did, and we'll see you next time. Retro comes out. See you guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate this kind of streams at this time of day. Thank you. You're welcome, Max. Good to have you here.
See you, Max.